everyone, it's Rebecca from New Hampshire Knits. It has been a while since I've podcasted. It is November 29th, 2021. Hold on. My hot chocolate's very hot. Okay. There's a puppy in the background being naughty. There you go. Now you can get what you needed. Okay. So yeah, it's November. I haven't podcasted since February or March. My bad. It's been very busy. We've been doing renovations on our farmhouse. We got chickens. If I can figure out how to use the iMovie on the phone, I'll add a picture. But I have never used iMovie on the phone, only on my computer, and it seems very weird and different, so apologies. We got two dogs. It's Remy. She is a 2-year-old boxer. And Lila just ran off. She's a 6-month-old terrier mix. She's ridiculous, but she's so cute. And I turned 40 this year in September. And what else? It's just been business as usual. So I just wanted to pop in and show you some of the stuff I've been working on and say hello. I probably won't do Vlogmas because it's just a lot of work. And I have other things to do, but I will try not to take such a long leave of absence. I definitely miss talking to everyone and reading comments and things. But yeah, all right, let's get started. See if this is too hot. Ooh, that's hot. All right. All right. We'll start with FOs. So the first thing is my sweater. This is the Copper Queen cardigan by Nomadic Knits. I hope I got that right. The yarn is from Less Traveled Yarn, and it's I think it's pumpkin spice and I can't remember the gray. Hey, want to hear a funny story? It's inside out. What is the gray? I really love it. It's Nightfall. That's the name of it. And it's in her tweed base. I'll show you up close. It's a bluish gray with tweed. I did not do the color work, so if you look at the pattern and everything I'm going to show you, that's not true. Most of what I'm going to show you is on my Ravelry page. Most of the things I finished are gifts, so they are not there yet, but they will be. But if you pull up the pattern for Copper Queen, it has a like zigzaggy chevron color work, but this is done flat or back and forth, not in the round, and I was feeling very lazy about doing color work, purling color work, so I just did stripes. But I'm very happy with it. I really like the way it turned out. I think it looks nice. I still use like the same ratio and numbers, so it's just straight lines instead of zigzaggy lines. So that's FO number 1. I think I showed you guys the Knights Who Say Knit MCal shawl, so I didn't pull it out to show you again, but that's on my Ravelry page too. So a few things I have to show. These are Christmas gifts. I am not going to say who they're for, and I really hope none of these people are on my YouTube channel. I guess I won't be posting this on Instagram. Alright, well, whatever. I still need to weave in the ends and block most of these things, but I finally finished the Farmer mitts by Skein. And this yarn is home fingering from Barrett Wool. I don't remember the exact colorways, but the colors aren't that, oh, I do actually. The green is called Scout, and the white, I think it's Picket Fence. Stop. Please hold. Hey, stop! I don't remember what the orange is called, but maybe Spice, I'm not sure. But it's pretty obvious if you go on the website what the colors are. But I did these almost exactly as in the pattern. I just inversed the green and the white. On hers, they're white with the green leaves. But yeah, they're really cute. I love them. I knit them as the pattern says, and I believe that I use this. This is a fingering weight yarn on the label, but it's closer to a sport weight, and I think I went up a needle size too, and they're still a little tight, and I find that a lot of colorwork mitts are tight, and maybe it's just me knitting too tight and I need to go up another needle size, but I also have very wide hands, but I did find them a little tight. Luckily they are going to someone with much smaller hands than me. So yep, those are the Farmer mitts by Skein. Alright, the next thing I have is a pair of socks, and everything else after that is hats. So just a pair of vanilla socks, and this yarn, oh, I can't remember who it is. I cannot remember who made this, but it is, I'm gonna have to look it up. You know, oh no. I'll try and put it down here if I can figure out how to do it on the phone. But basically there's some rose garden that exists, or some park that has trellises full of roses, and this was inspired by that. So again, just a vanilla sock for a friend. And then a bunch of hats. So we have 3 sock heads. There's this one. Unknown stash diving yarn. And then, all right. Jill, if you're watching, look away. And I made these 2 hats. This is Reaper's Rags from Spun Right Round, and then this yarn is a special order colorway from New River Fiber and Arts, I believe it's called. They are, I was gonna make socks with these for this person, but I didn't realize that this was merino. It didn't have nylon, and I didn't want to risk it, so I just did a hat. And then there wasn't enough for 2 hats, so that's why I did the brim. So it'll still look nice when you fold it up and whatever. I'm very excited about this. Don't look, Jill. Then I have these 2 hats. I cannot pronounce this. It begins with a K, and I don't remember who did it. Again, all of the projects are on my Ravelry page, so if you like it, go there. I will put the link below. This is a Debbie Bliss is this the Debbie Bliss? This is not the Debbie Bliss. This is the Rowan baby silk merino. It's merino and silk blend from Rowan, and it's so soft. I went on their website to see if I could get more different colors because I loved it so much and I wanted to make a sweater out of it, but it looks like they don't have it anymore. I couldn't find it. And the shops that I found it in, like Webs and other places, have very little of it in stock. So I think it might be discontinued. I'm not sure. But I also made that hat in this, which is, this is not Reaper's Rags. This is from, what's the name of it? I can't remember. I'm very not prepared. But they're both DK and very soft. It's gonna drive me crazy. I can picture the label in my head. And then the last hat is this hat. It's just a waffle pattern that I just made up. It's nothing, not a fancy pattern. Obviously still have to deal with this. And this is Brooklyn Tweed Quarry. It's the darker gray, I forget what it's called. This hat looks massive, but it actually fits really nicely. I like it a lot. So if the person who's getting it doesn't like it, I will keep it. And that's all I have. Those are my Christmas knits, gifts. Yeah. So those are my FOs. On to whips, and there are many. The first, I'll start with what I just cast on, and a pair of socks. Sparkle. This is called Down the Chimney, and it's by Pixie Yarns, and it was actually a sock tube that came with coordinating mini skeins. So I'm just putting in the heels, toes, and cuffs. I really enjoy this. I mean, I like knitting socks, I really do, but sometimes I just want more knitted socks, and I like going about it this way, so whatever. But yeah, so that's the first one. I still have to do the cuff, that's scrap yarn, but that's that. Down the Chimney, Pixie Yarns. So I just cast that on. I started messing around with it last night. Then I have another pair, it's a hoe. So I asked if I had shown you guys the Nights Who Say Knit MCal shawl, because I knit these with the rest of the yarn. And I haven't cast on yet, but these are my stripy socks. Do you love it? Because I love it. It's Miss Babs. And I don't have the card that went with it. Here's the yarn that I have left for the next sock. So it's Miss Babs Yummy Sock. Yeah, yummy. Yummy 2-ply, yummy sock. And this was the Brambleberry kit for that MCal. So they were put together for the MCal. So I don't know the exact colors, but I think she still has the kits on the website. But I love this. I love the purples. And it's 3 repeats of the stripes. So there's 1, 2, 3. I have not cast on the other one or finished these because this is not a self-striping yarn. And this I find very daunting. All those ends. I did kind of knit them in as I went, so I'm wondering if I can just cut them off. I've never done that, and I feel really scared to do that. But, I mean, technically I should be able to because I knit them in as I went, so they're not gonna come out. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you knit in your ends, do you still weave them or you just chop them off? I don't know what to do. But yeah, I was very daunted by that, so they have not been finished. The second one has not been cast on. Someday. I think right now it's going in the UFO pile. What else? What else? So I was supposed to go to a weekend. I was supposed to go to a wedding this past weekend, but that didn't end up happening. So I had actually cast this on because I have a dress that the top is navy and the bottom is a big pink floral poofy skirt. It's like, I think it's a silk. But anyway, I wanted a shawl to wear with it, and I had this sitting in my stash, and I decided to cast it on because I thought it would look really good. I ended up not finishing it because I realized I wasn't going to the wedding and there were other projects I needed to work on, but I really love this. So it's the Laurel shawl. I don't know who it's from. I don't know who designed it, but it's a big triangular shawl that has a big lace pattern on the edge. So I just started it. This is just the stockinette part. Oh my god, it's so glittery. You can see why it would be like a nice formal evening out shawl. But I think it'll look really pretty that when it has like a pearl ridge and then I think some more stockinette and garter like stripes, and then it goes into this big thick lace. It's very pretty. So this is the Debbie Bliss that I was thinking of before. This is Cafe by Debbie Bliss. It's covered, but you all know that D is Debbie Bliss. And the color is 12018. It's a navy. And it is 50% cotton, 35% microfiber, and 15% silk. Oh my god, this is so soft. Like, I definitely want more of this. This is not itchy, but because I've knit in this sequins, it is not super soft. So I'm holding these double. And actually, nope, the camera's over here. So yeah, it's focus. Well, whatever, you get the idea. Super pretty. I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. But I did put it down because I have nowhere to wear it anytime soon and some other stuff to work on. But yeah. So that's the Laurel shawl. Maybe I'll just wear it anyway. Life's short, wear sequins. Alright, moving on. Oh, I showed you guys the yarn when I got it from Less Traveled Yarn, and I actually have a pattern for this one printed out so I can show you. This is the Saturate shawl by Mary Catherine Briner. And there's another picture. I think another picture. Yeah, here it is. And I love this. I'm very excited about this one. But it's like it's a half pie or crescent. Well, no, it's not crescent because I don't like crescent. But it's a semicircle shaped shawl that fades, and then you put the fringe on with the fade going this way instead of continuing it down. So I think that looks really cool. I'm just getting into the second color, so I don't have much yet. About the same as the other shawl. So it looks like this right now. And I think it just continues this in this garter and eyelet pattern until you get to the fringe. I think the fade here is and the fringe is really the feature. And the yarns, this is my first yarn, second yarn, third yarn. with me. Third and fourth. So they look kind of washed out on camera. I'm trying to find a way to hold them all together. You get the idea. Purplies, pinks. Very pretty. So I cast it on a while ago, and then I just started working on it again recently. But I keep getting sidetracked with the Christmas gifts and some other things. So this one I wasn't sure if it was going to be a Christmas gift or not. And I've kind of been struggling to work on it, so I decided it's not going to be a Christmas gift. But it was the Up North cowl, I think. Of course, I can't remember who did that one either, but everybody knows. Anyway, so I started it, and I did the first bit of color work. And I love the way it looks, but I hated doing this, and this was not enjoyable stranded color work. So I decided I wasn't going to do it again, but I was just going to keep going and make it a double wrapped cowl, and just do all kinds of stuff. So I did a big chunk of the gray, I did some stripes, some other stripes, some white, some more color work. I did a little zigzag texture. Now I'm doing some fat stripes, and I like it. So now it'll look, I don't know, it'll look cool, I think. So I'm here, and I gotta keep going around to there. So a little more than halfway done. And I'm really happy with it now. The yarn is Madeline Tosh Pashmina. Here's the white one. I have in Dirty Panther and paper, and it's a 75% merino wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere. And this is very soft. I really liked it. It's a little expensive, but I mean, silk and cashmere, what are you gonna do? So yeah, that's that. And then I always show you guys my blanket. I've made much more well, I say much more. I've made more progress on it, so I'll show it. But I have not worked on it in several months. I'll probably bring it with me on Christmas vacation, because it's such an easy thing to work on. But yeah, here we are. That's my granny stripe blanket. And I'm very happy with it, but I'm using all my fingering weight scraps and minis, and I wish I doubled it up and made it thicker, because fingering weight blanket is taking forever. But I'm very happy with it. I also don't have a place to put it yet, because we're still renovating, so it's okay that it's not done, because the room that it's going to go in doesn't even exist yet. I gotta go knock down some walls next year and build a room. But yeah, I do enjoy that, so I'm hoping to finish a bunch of these things and then spend a lot of time on the blanket. Where did this go? This went in here. Oh, and this I didn't even show you guys. How silly of me. This is my latest bag from Wild Strands Handcrafted. And this is, I think this is the medium bucket. I think it's like a Finch bucket. But look at the pattern. Look at it. It's the Golden Girls. I love this bag so much. Okay. And last but certainly not least, I'll probably finish it tonight if I wanted to. I got this kit, I don't even know, 3 years ago, maybe more. And I kept saying, oh, I'll cast it on soon, I'll cast it on soon. But it is the Sven Scandinavian knit kit. And it's from Cottage Creations, and I got it from Susan B. Anderson and Barrett Wool. This is her version. So I cast him on. All I have left is his hat. And I did it almost exactly the same way Susan did it. She has a bunch of modifications that she did on her website. But here's Sven. Hello. I did the same sweater, mittens, pants, boots that she did, but I did not change color for the socks. So she has a green cuff for the sock, and then oatmeal color or gray. Is it gray? It's gray for the sock, and I just stick with red. I kind of felt like changing the color of the cuff on the sock made it look like he was wearing capris, and I didn't want that, so I liked it. I liked what I did. And she also sent in the kit the locks to do the beard with, which was such a great idea. It's super soft. The only thing is it does get very fuzzy very quickly. It's not a toy, this. It is very fragile. So if you wanted to make this for a kid or as a toy, I would not do the beard like this. I would do it with sturdy yarn that and the way you do tassels with the crochet hook. This is just looped through. It's so delicate that knotting it the way you do tassels would be, or fringe I mean, would be difficult. So there he is, that's Sven. And then his hat, I did my hat differently than Susan did hers. I decided to like micro stripe it basically. And here's my hat. I can put it on him so you get the full effect. But doing the one row stripes was starting to get a little tedious, so I took a little break. But I've been working on him and the up north cowl the most the last couple weeks. Oh my god, I love this so much. I am so glad I finally did this. I'm gonna finish him this week and put him out for Christmas. But there you have him. So I gotta finish the hat, put a little tassel on it. But that's what he'll look like when he's all done. I love him so much. Super cute. Yeah, Sven Scandinavian. And this, again, it was a kit from Barrett Wool, so it's all Barrett Wool. I believe it's the Wisconsin homespun fingering weight yarn. Excuse me. And if you look at this picture, the kit came with all these colors, and some yellow for Solveig's hair if you want to make Solveig, and the locks for the beard. That's not in this pattern, but it's in her modifications, so she added them to the kit, and all those colors are in the kit. So yeah, and there's enough in here to do both Sven and Solveig, not just Sven. So I haven't decided if I want to do Solveig yet. If I do, it might not be for another year or so, because it's not a hard thing and it's not huge, but all these teeny bits are very fiddly, and obviously I have 6 million things on the needles. I can't guess on anything else. So anyway, that's Sven. We love Sven. And when he's done, he can join me for the rest of the podcast. So that is all my projects. And then lastly, I have some acquisitions. I don't think I showed these to you guys, but I honestly don't remember. So if I have, forgive me. I'll start with the newest one first, so I'm not repeating myself. I decided in the beginning of October, I took a drive over to Harrisville Designs. They're about 40 minutes from where I live. Oh, it's finally drinkable. Yeah, so they're probably about 40 minutes away, and I just haven't taken the time to go there, even though they're so close. So I was home alone for a week at the beginning of October, and I was very bored all by myself, so I decided road trip. So I went there, and it was super cool to see all the mills, and see everything in the shop. I wanted to buy everything. I wanted to buy a loom. Oh my god. But I'm pretty sure Chris would have killed me if I came home with a $2,000 floor loom. Someday. It's on the wish list. But that was very cool to see. Lots of awesome stuff in their store. And there was yarns in there that I didn't even realize they were affiliated with. And now that I said that out loud, I can't for the life of me remember what it is. But I saw some stuff in there and I was like, oh, I didn't know they did that. And lots of things I had never seen or heard of. Just beautiful, beautiful yarns. It was awesome. So I had to get something and I couldn't decide. But I saw these two colors in the Brooklyn tweed section and they just totally jumped out at me. So I got 4 skeins, 2 of each color of the Brooklyn Tweed Arbor, which is DK? Yep, DK. Here's a funny thing. No, they mill the yarn, right? They mill the yarn. They don't spin the yarn for Brooklyn Tweed. I don't know, but this says that it was spun in Springvale, Maine and dyed in Saco, Maine. So this particular yarn is not done at Harrisville in New Hampshire, but other Brooklyn Tweed is. Anyway, do you love it? This is Tincture, and this is Treehouse. Okay, right? Like they're a little darker than I see on the screen, so hopefully it'll translate when I upload it the right way. But it's not this bright. This is a little more on the mustard side than the chartreuse side, like it's showing. And this is more green than blue. But regardless, how pretty is that together? I love this. And this is going to end up being a color work cowl. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I also, so before I continue, let me just say this. I also bought my goodness. From Stranded Dye Works, I got this Surrey alpaca, and the color is crayon. Right, that's so fun. So soft. So I was looking at the Max the Knitter, his cowl. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a thick cowl and the inside is lined with Surrey alpaca, and then it's got like drawstrings. And I was thinking that maybe I could do this. I know this doesn't really go. Well, I mean, you could do that. That's not weird. But this green, light green, makes it look weird. Like, that doesn't really go together. However, this is on the inside just to line the cowl. You would never see this when I'm wearing it. So I'm wondering if I make the cowl with this. But it does use 2 colors of DK, but it's not really color work, so I don't know. I might do a different DK cowl with this and use different colors for that. What is it called, the cowl? It's like So Cozy? I don't know, I might be totally off. Yeah, so that's my other purchase, Stranded Dye Works, Surrey Alpaca in crayon. This is my first skein of Surrey Alpaca. It's crazy soft. I had no idea. I've been talking about getting some sort of animal to raise for fiber, because we have a few acres, and I was, debating between sheep and alpaca, and maybe I don't want animals for fiber at all. Maybe I want goats to eat all the poison ivy out there, or maybe I want baby donkeys or mini donkeys. But then I got this, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to get a couple Surrey alpaca. Very nice. And then the last purchase I have, this is the one that I'm not sure if I showed you guys already. But this is from the Lemonade Shop. And I got a few skeins of fingering weight. This is Eat Glass. And this came actually with this Progress Keeper. It's on here. Where is it? There it is. The glasses. That's why I got it, honestly. I wanted the Progress Keeper. And I'll probably make these into socks for Chris. And I have, what's this one called? This is a great big bucket of bummer balls. Not really sure why, but I really liked it. I liked that big hit of dark blue through it. I was very into that. So, love that. Probably be, I think these will all be socks. Although this last one may end up in a shawl because it's almost a neutral. This is cereal milk. Oh my god, so cute. I loved the little pops of color, but like so teeny. Teeny tiny speckles. I thought that was really pretty and delicate. So, the other two will definitely be socks. This, I don't know. Could probably end up in a shawl, like I said. So that is it. That is everything I have. Look, it only took 37 minutes. And yeah, I'm just over here knitting away in chilly New Hampshire. Can you see my menorah? There it is. There's my menorah up there. So we're celebrating Hanukkah and Christmas in this house. It is the second night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah, everybody. And for those of you who celebrate anything else, happy holidays. And that's it. Hopefully it won't be April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 9 months before I put out another video. Yeah. So anyway, love you all. Nice to see you. Bye.